Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Tomlinson, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Back to throw. Cannon, and it's complete. Henry. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cannon. He's going to take a shot for the hit. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Cannon's pass complete to Keenan Allen. Touchdown.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point.
Michael Badgley lining up for the extra point.
And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score, Chargers 7.
That time a 6-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw one interception in the last game.
But 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You are tough, Coach. I thought the ratio was if you got to 3-1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5-1.
And a win.
And a win? Yeah, just let him keep throwing it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
And a sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 37.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Mahomes firing complete, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Glenn. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 25 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try to keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mike Boone, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, Tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
These two teams all tied after one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter, it's Tomlinson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
A good pickup. They get 8, but it's 3rd down now.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Open man, it's Allen. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Back to throw. Cannon. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Tomlinson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Chris Jones on the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Cannon, and caught by Henry. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Travis Kelce and the Chiefs set to take over again. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
the coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Throwing is Mahomes on third. They complete it to Hill. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They'll try and run for it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. It certainly worked, but that was a gutsy call to go for it on 4th and short.
Yeah, not sure I would have made that call, but give them a ton of credit for deciding to go for it and not only doing it, but doing it in fine fashion. Takes me back to this summer when we were touring camps. Remember we watched them practice, and they worked hard in these situations, and they blocked it up perfectly.
And defensively, they were so worried about the line of scrimmage. Once he got past that first wave of tacklers, goodbye. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He completes it to Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Looking to throw. Cannon complete. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A gain of 6 there on first. They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Cannon. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Badgley's kick is good. But hold everything here. They might have hit the kicker. And if they did, that'll be a first down. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And that will do it for this first half. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Mahomes now on first down. It's Hill, complete. And he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner out there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against?
And that is caught! Touchdown, Kansas City! Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. And we roll tape now on his solid performance.
And what we've been seeing so far is a great combination of finesse and aggressiveness in running his routes and making...
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On first down, Cannon. Allen's got it complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
He's crossing.
Operating from the gun. Cannon. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Cannon. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Looking to throw. Cannon. Into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Tomlinson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Cannon. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
He's coming, he's coming. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Cannon. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Mahomes to throw. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Watch the pass. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Hey, Rimley.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That's caught left side by Hardman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Mahomes firing complete, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll try the left side. Glenn. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he will not be able to get the first, as he can get this only down to the 5. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So the Chargers now down by 8, a minute 54 on the clock. Now, their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. He's back to throw. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
They'll look to throw. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Drops this off to Tomlinson, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that back to Allen, and that takes us from second to third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On fourth down, Cannon. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an